This is another method for how to solve a system of equations. It's called elimination, or some books call it linear combination. The main idea is we're going to combine the two equations that we're given in order to eliminate one of the variables. In order to solve for the other variable, substitute back in and find our full solution. So the first idea with elimination is I want to be able to add my two equations together. Again, I want to be able to combine them in order to eliminate a variable. The problem right now is if I went ahead and added my two equations together, adding like terms, 3x plus 1x is 4x, 4y plus 2y is 6y, and you'll notice I didn't get rid of either of my two equations. So what we need to do is manipulate our equations using some basic laws of algebra in order to force our variables to disappear. Now, the easiest variable to manipulate right now, as I see it, is this x right here, x being 1x. I can make that anything for a coefficient that I'd like if I just multiply that equation. So let's go ahead and take that equation, and I'm going to multiply it by a -3. The point of that will be if I take -3 times x, I get -3x. -3 times 2 will give me a -6y, and -3 times 2 on the other side of the equal sign is also -6. Remember, we're multiplying the entire equation on both sides. So you can kind of think of that as multiplying on both sides there. Then, if I take my first equation and rewrite it down here, notice that I have a -3x and a +3x. That idea alone, when I go to add my two equations, means that I will end up with -3x plus 3x is 0x. There are no more x's. But -6y plus 4y is -2y, and -6 plus -4 is -10. Divide both sides by -2, and we quickly found half of our solution. We know that at least y equals 5 will be half of my answer. I can then go ahead and take my original equation. Either equation will work. Since we haven't touched the one on top, I'm going to go ahead and use that. And I'm just going to say that 3x then plus 4 times y, but remember we know that y equals 5, has to be equal to -4. So after some quick substitution and a little bit of algebra, go and subtract our 20 and divide both sides by 3. X will be equal to -8. And we now know that the solution to our equation overall will be -8, 5. Again, you could recheck your answer by substitution from the beginning if you wanted, or graphing your two equations and finding the intersection point. Or you can just take your points, again, substitute them in for x and y, probably the easiest method, into both equations and make sure that they come out equal. Good luck with the method of elimination, and have fun.